In America, the presidential electoral system, the system whereby the president is elected to power, is pretty confusing. In this video, I hope to simplify this system as best as I can, so that you'll be able to understand it in preparation for the 2016 election. So, let's get started. Back when the Constitution was written, the Founding Fathers tried to make it as easy and democratic as possible for the president to be elected. A couple of amendments later, and they had a system which has now been going for just over 200 years. In the 12th Amendment, it says, "The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for president and vice president. The person having the greatest number of votes for president shall be president." Now, this may seem pretty easy to understand, but let me assure you, from here it only starts to get more complicated. Pretty much, to run for president, you have to be 35 years old, a US-born native citizen, and somebody who's been living in the country for at least 14 years. Due to the first past the post electoral system in America, it is usually only two candidates who have a real chance to become president, both coming from opposing parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. In the build-up to election day in November every 4 years, a candidate is chosen from each party, and they will debate and put forward their differing arguments. Then, on the first Tuesday coming after a Monday in November, voting begins across the country. However, when people actually vote in each state, they're not really voting for a candidate, they're voting for an elector pledged to a certain candidate. These electors come together to make up the Electoral College, 538 people, whereby a presidential candidate needs 270 of them to become president. The issue with this system is that the electors are not shared out equally across the country, meaning a vote in California, one of the biggest states in the country, is worth less than a third of a vote in Wyoming. These electors are also usually partisan, meaning the American people are not actually voting for a president. The Electoral College could just turn around and vote completely against the wills of the people if they really wanted to. Now, although this is very unlikely, there is a chance that the Electoral College will not reach a majority, meaning the House of Representatives will have to decide who becomes president in this situation. So, there's a simplified explanation for how the presidential electoral system works in America. It's certainly not perfect, and has some gobsmacking results. For example, when George Bush became president in 2000, with 500,000 less votes than his opposing candidate, Al Gore. Yet the system seems to have no chances of stopping. It's been going good for 200 years, and the chances of major reform in this neck of the woods are, well, virtually impossible. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and definitely subscribe. Thanks for watching.